Live. 2, 1. We're live.
Hey.
Hello.
What song is that?
I don't know. Just waving like the mayor.
Written and composed by Big Nick.
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, you could be the mayor of any city. What city would it be?
A mayor of any city, huh?
We're the dog mayors.
Concord?
Westford. Fuck Concord.
I would say New York, but it's just a, you're just going to get shit on no
I'd
matter
say
what.
Orlando. A lot of people down there. Say Orlando. Say Orlando.
So you go to Disney whenever you want it?
Not a hard job to be the mayor of Orlando.
I'd just be like, hey, Disney, just take care of the people.
Everyone who
You
lives in
upset, go on a ride.
people who live in Orlando who are watching this show right now, write in Big Nick for mayor of Orlando.
Please.
Get him elected.
Get me elected. I'll come down and...
Space Mountain, baby.
That's right. We'll go on a nice splash. Shit.
So how was your guys' weekend?
It's good.
It was good.
weekend. Watch.
I know you had a good weekend.
You want to fight?
Hey, you know what?
Fights and everything.
Hey,
We'll
he's
get
got
to
no
that.
black and blues.
Yeah.
You got no black blues? I'm good,
Clean.
baby.
You
I'm
look
good.
clean. Not even a scratch.
Big Nick, hit us with the intro.
Yeah, we gotta get that in, huh? That's right. Almost forgot.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got? Episode 224?
224? Yeah, 224.
224.
24, yeah.
Hey, 224. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got episode 224 on this Monday morning on that block. Speaking of that, before I go into the intro, I did read the thing on Instagram about somebody saying they were scared to ask me what the bloss is. My advice to you, don't ask me. It's classified information. CTU don't know about it. The NSA, the CIA, the TSA, especially the TSA don't know about it.
They can never know.
So anyway,
TSA
without
knows.
further ado, here we go. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, put your notifications on. We have a whole bunch of new and routine videos coming out this week. Today we have the Home Run Derby Wiffle Ball. What time is that coming out?
6.
6 o'clock, right before the real Home Run Derby comes out for the MLB. Tomorrow we'll have a snack time. Sports Nuts is Wednesday.
Yes.
Sports Nuts is Wednesday.
Sports Nuts is Wednesday. Another episode of Who's Gonna Buy This will come out Wednesday too, right? Or is that
Yep.
tomorrow?
Tomorrow, isn't that Tuesday?
Tomorrow, 6 a.m.
Tomorrow, 6 a.m. Sheila. 6 a.m.
Gee Louise.
Sheila, wait, 6 a.m.
Podcast. Gotta be in people's
Yeah, the
podcasts.
podcast people are early birds.
You might as well have that as your alarm clock at that point.
Yeah.
It'd be a
then
weird
we
thing to
got,
wake up to.
On Thursday, we got a new exciting video coming out too. I'm filming tomorrow
Is it this?
with the sticky stuff.
Sticky Icky. We got a Sticky Icky episode
Sticky
coming out on
Icky video.
Thursday.
Be on the lookout.
Compliments of
series.
another snack time too, and then on Friday we will have another Flaming Hot Fridays and another, of course, classic mug shots.
Yep.
We got a lot going on this week, so buckle up. Not take it away.
Without further ado, all right, let's get right into it. I defeated McGregor by TKO this weekend. Thank you.
Yeah,
So,
Conor
give me a recap on this. What happened?
Conor McGregor just destroyed his ankle.
Oh, yeah.
He was leaned
Is this
back,
like deja
fell
vu
back,
all over
and his
again?
ankle went like that, just went into the ground.
So Poirier
his
just
shit-
destroyed his.
Poirier- Yeah, it wasn't even his ankle,
Let me
it
put
was
it,
his leg.
It was his leg.
Yeah.
Put it this way: if the fight kept going, Poirier was going to knock him out the next round.
Probably.
He was destroying McGregor
Yeah.
in the first.
Really?
round.
Yeah.
Destroy
Well, so halfway through
It was
the
not
round,
close.
the thing is, I will say this: halfway through the round is when McGregor hurt his ankle. You could see they went back to the
Yeah.
replay,
He
and
did.
Poirier was saying there was about a minute and a half, 2 minutes in. McGregor, I went for a kick and I crossed
He
him.
pointed it out,
and
too.
and he said I pointed it out. I felt his ankle snap on my leg, and
then-
so you don't really know
Who said that?
Poirier said that. in the
He
post-game.
felt it
He felt it
snap.
snap. Yeah, he felt the snap on him, and he points to it. And they went to the replay, and you could see him pointing to the ankle, like pointing. He puts his finger down, points to it, and so yeah, McGregor was probably going to lose that fight. Poirier's a much better fighter than McGregor is, and he's much in better shape. I mean, McGregor came out of the gate firing, but he quickly ran out of energy very fast.
Yes. Well, he knew that he was going to have to win in the first round because if it went the distance, that Poirier was going to rock him.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, I will say is that you don't know how that first round goes. You don't know how that first round goes
really
if he
gross.
doesn't.
Oh man, I wouldn't even notice it. Holy shit.
Yeah.
He fell back on it.
You need a mic, Mike?
Fell to the ground and Poirier
Do you
was
need a
just
mic?
on top of him.
Yeah.
I'll get it solved.
I'll get you
Well,
set up.
here's the thing: is they didn't. Well,
So as soon as that happened,
So
No.
that happened with like 10 seconds left in the
Yeah.
round, and the round ended, and they were like, he can't fight.
so they were on the ground for a good portion of for the last 2 minutes of the round
Right.
anyway, and Poirier was absolutely hammering him down there. Like, to be honest, there was several times where they could have called the match on the ground. Like, but I think that the ref knew that people would have been like pissed if he called it that early. But like, there's a point where like McGregor took like 3 straight elbows, like head to the ground. They normally in a normal match
they could have called it on the ground.
They call that.
One thing he was doing.
Not this round.
One thing he was doing too. Yeah, I'm figuring it out. One thing he was doing too was McGregor had him on the ground and he was kicking him, but he was holding Poirier's gloves, like bringing him towards him so he could kick him, and that's illegal. And Poirier, like, while he was doing that, was like, ref, like, he can't do that, but the ref didn't do anything about it. He shouldn't have started doing submissions on him, because Poirier on the ground, like, McGregor has no ground game at all. So once he got him on the ground, that's when I was like, this guy's in trouble. Because he's panicking. Like, he's trying to, like, choke him out and stuff.
Also, the one thing that completely changed the fight was when McGregor went for the guillotine move.
And he started climbing the fence.
And the thing is, you don't, if someone said this, and I think they might be right, that if McGregor doesn't shatter his ankle, he doesn't feel, I have to win right now with the guillotine move, because I'm not going to make it the fight. So that also would have changed completely the complexity of the fight in the first round. Because once he did that move, Poirier got the upper hand there and was able to dominate the rest of the round. What?
Were you going to say upper ankle?
Upper angle. Well, I was going to say he had the angle or the upper hand, and I combined them into one saying. And so Poirier had the upper hand there once he missed out on the guillotine move. So I think McGregor realized, oh shit, my ankle's shattered. I have to go for a knockout move right here. And that completely changed the fight that round. So in all honesty, Poirier probably would have won that fight. But you don't know how differently the fight goes if McGregor doesn't shatter his ankle.
Honestly, like, even when McGregor was, like, even if he was 100% healthy, Poirier wins that fight 9 times out of 10.
I don't think it's that. I don't think that's necessarily the truth.
It is, though. That's the thing. McGregor is, like, maybe in McGregor's prime, it would be more of an even, like, intense, like, round thing, but he's not. He's not even close to a top fighter in the world right now.
Yeah, so what do you guys think about
Poirier
this?
is.
Is McGregor done?
He's going to be gone for at least a year.
He sounded like a fucking supervillain when he was on the ground. He couldn't stand up, and he's like, "It's not over.
Yeah.
You overturned the last of Conor McGregor."
But the thing was, is like, he's on the ground, he's still talking about this guy's wife and stuff again. Your wife was in me DMs. It's like, it's like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Apparently, he threatened to kill his wife and him. He's like, "I'm gonna kill you in your sleep."
Yeah, because he's a psycho.
He's a psychopath.
And he posts on Instagram and goes, "You need people like me," or something like that. Like,
I mean, he's not wrong about that. It makes UFC way more exciting.
I think he's going to be gone for at least a year. That's a very tough injury to come back
McGregor
from.
versus Diaz is going to be his first fight back.
Whenever it comes around and if it's right timing, they're going to fight again. If Poirier, he's going to have a championship fight next because he was number 1 and he won that fight. If he wins the belt, then as long as he has the belt, they won't fight because McGregor is not deserving of a championship match. But if there's a time when when Poirier isn't a champ and just has an open card, can fight anyone, they'll fight again.
Yeah.
Especially, like,
the money will be there.
I was gonna say, like, once he hears how much he'll make, then he'll be like, oh yeah, I can go for a fourth one.
The thing is, too, which is awesome, is that Poirier now is, like, gonna make so much money off his fights. Like, he's becoming such a big, like, he's been a big name, but, like, now
McGregor made him a big name in fighting again.
Like, now he's, like, really becoming a household name, so he's gonna start getting a big payday now, which is sweet.
So let's talk a little bit about Poirier. Is he a good dude? Does he mean well?
He's like a family man. Yeah, he's like a family man, all that stuff.
He said after the fight, he was like, you know, like, with the fighting stuff, like, you have the trash talk and you talk about my wife, this and that, but it's like, we're fighting. And it's like, you don't have to bring that stuff into it. Like, that has nothing to do with what's going on.
It's also funny because he promoted his charity after the end of the fight, which was also a dig on McGregor as well.
There was a cancer patient in the crowd. He goes, I want to shout out, like, this kid. He goes, you're the real fighter here. Like, I can come in and do this, but, like, you're the real fighter. Yeah. Like, he's actually, like, a really good dude. But
do you know the story about his charity with McGregor?
Go ahead.
So apparently after the second fight, McGregor and Poirier were on good terms. They were, like, you know, friendly, and McGregor said he was going to donate to Poirier's charities, and after like a couple months went by and McGregor never gave any money, so Poirier publicly went out and said, like, what are you, like, McGregor didn't give any money, he's like a scam, like, whatever. And that's what got McGregor super pissed at Poirier and made them two fucking hate each other, and they started beefing because of that. Excuse me. Because McGregor was like, Like, you didn't give me enough information about your charity. I didn't know what I was giving my money to. And Poirier says he's regretted, calling him out publicly like that. But now things have gotten a lot more personal, and that's why they were the
now he's like, your wife's a whore.
Yeah.
Like, it's like kind of different levels.
With most UFC fights, you're gonna get the trash talk. Like, that's just a part of it, and like people act like they have to act like they hate each other to make it seem like it's gonna be this big fight. I think there's actually a lot of hatred between these guys.
At this point, absolutely.
Like, you can tell with McGregor too. Like, he talks a lot of shit before, like makes it seem like they hate each other, and after the fight, they're kind of buddy.
Right.
This time
he was not.
No,
they didn't touch gloves
like
before the fight.
And then they asked Poirier, like, do you want to fight him again? And he goes, whether it's in the octagon or on the streets, I will fight him again. Like, he does not like McGregor at all.
Johnny, when you say he's a better fighter than him, you mean right now or overall?
Right now. I think in his prime, McGregor.
Overall, McGregor is one of the best fighters.
Like, the guy has 2 fucking belts, 2 different weight classes.
McGregor has not.
McGregor
hasn't been McGregor
right now.
for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Since he fought Mayweather.
Mayweather, yeah.
Since he fought Mayweather. Since he trained to be a boxer.
I think Khabib ruined him too, honestly.
So should we stick in the UFC? Any other cool fights on?
There were other good fights. The O'Malley fight was insane.
Yeah, that was nuts.
The 5th card in the fight, Sean O'Malley went up against this kid from Mass, and guy had 2-week notice. And this guy, Sean O'Malley, broke the record for most punches connected with in UFC history in just 3 rounds.
Yikes.
He hit him in the head 250 times.
Crazy.
Over 300 times in total.
250 times?
In the head.
Yeah.
300 in total. And hit him 80% of the time.
Holy.
The craziest
He
thing
was teeing off on him since the fight even started.
It was insane. The dude wasn't protecting his face. He would just get punched. His head would rock back.
His head kept going like this.
Just go like this every time. And he'd just be like, all right, let's keep going.
It was.
All right, let's keep going. All right,
It was amazing.
All right, let's keep going.
And then after
I was impressed with the other guy.
No, I
just
really
for
was.
taking
And I was telling them.
250 punches.
I was telling them after the fight, Sean O'Malley, they were interviewing him, and he's like, I got so much respect for that guy, but like, he kept saying after every time I punched him, like, hit harder, pussy, hit harder. And it's just like, dude, like,
that's insane.
It's one strategy.
But he wouldn't go down.
After the first round, he gets hit hard and he goes down like really quickly and he gets back up. And as he's getting back up, he's like so confused to where he is. Like, he gets up and goes to the wrong corner. Like, how?
Yeah, he had a concussion.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, he had like multiple
I think he's
concussions.
got brain damage now.
he got fucked up. And everything else, I mean...
We talked about it on Friday. Greg Hardy fought, and he got rocked in like 10 seconds.
Let's go.
It was great.
Yeah,
It was such a bad technical
he got
fight.
knocked out.
Oh, yeah. It was
Hardy did such a
good
bad
fight.
job.
The thing is with him is like he just goes for the big hits and knocks someone out. Like he has no game
He was just
whatsoever.
swinging and he missed, and then all it takes is one to like really connect, and he went down.
I don't
And
know.
the guy drank from his shoe afterwards.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I don't know how Greg Hardy got a fight on the main card, but I'll tell you what, he ain't gonna get one again. No. So that's
He's
the
a
last
joke.
of
That guy.
Fuck
Yeah.
that
Also,
guy.
fuck him because he's a wife beater.
He's a wife
Yeah,
beater.
not a good get. Not a good
All right.
person. But yeah,
Right
that
on.
was really it.
That was
Moving
the card.
right along. NBA Finals Game 3 recap. Dante, what do you got?
Bucks killed the Suns last night by 20. Giannis.
Here's your one game.
Showing a little life.
One game, that's it.
I thought this, like, if the Bucks had to win this game because they go down 3-0, no
Yeah,
one's
that's
ever came down from 3-0. So this had to be the game that they won. Giannis had 41 and 13, first player since Shaq in the finals to have back-to-back 40 and 10 games.
Pretty awesome.
Just insane. He shot 13 for 17 from the free throw line. That's something that's
for
him very impressive. Not
field
having the
advantage,
crowd
yeah.
counting
I was
down.
gonna say it goes to show how much that actually fucks with him.
Definitely helps him. Everyone had Drew Holiday. Your boy had 21 and 9. That you need
Finally
games like
looking like
that
himself.
for them to win. Middleton at 18. Just a good performance for the Bucks. The Suns. I mean, it's not that the Suns did bad. Devin Booker shot 3
bad.
for 14, but like everyone else was fairly, did well.
Well, you kind of need Book like
But
on
if Booker's not,
to
first of all,
win.
Booker should be shooting more than 14 times too. in
I
my
think he didn't
opinion.
have a shot.
But he wasn't
Yeah.
hitting the shot, so he wasn't really shooting for the stars.
Shooting for the stars.
But yeah, I mean, this was just a game the Bucks needed to win. So now
Absolutely.
one more game in Milwaukee and see what happens.
I will say I still think the Suns are going to win, but it's just it's very nice to see Giannis like playing like the two-time MVP that he is in this realm.
It's I mean, it's unreal. He's unstoppable. He's averaging 34 and like 13 in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
something.
people have
Or
been
in the
shitting on him
finals, I should
so
say.
much the past few years that like I just enjoy seeing him
He's just
dropping 40 in finals
so
games.
Dominant. Like if he just plays his
They
game,
can't guard him.
doesn't focus on he shot 2 threes last night. Like you don't need to be shooting
As he should.
I remember-
He did exactly what he should have been
just
doing.
drive to the basket.
Yeah.
Do you think he's one of the top 5 players in the NBA?
Oh yeah, 100%.
In the
I mean,
NBA,
two-time. He's a
right now. Yeah,
Top-
He's
I'd
won
say
2 of the
so,
last 3 MVPs.
I don't know about top 2.
Not top
No.
2.
Top
I
two,
would-
But top 5, yeah.
Top 5, I'd put him there.
Who'd you put?
He's just so
So if you had to go through and do your top 5 in the NBA.
LeBron James.
Healthy and right now, I think my 1-2 is probably KD, Steph,
and Jokic, I think, are
probably Jokic after him.
You don't think LeBron's still up there?
I mean, he's.
I mean, I don't
it's
really
tough
like
to
the guy,
say because
but-
we didn't see him healthy at all this year.
So
Well, the first half of
currently,
the year when he was healthy, he was an MVP candidate. Remember that. And then he got hurt, and then he wasn't right.
Yeah.
And so I'm still putting LeBron in my top 3.
Because I'm thinking you got your Stephs, your KDs, your Jokic's, your Embiids.
I'm picking him over Jokic.
I agree.
I put him over Steph too.
I don't know if I wouldn't
honestly,
put him
I might
over
just put
Steph.
LeBron at 1.
I'd
As
put
long as he's in the-
KD's over
As long as
I
he's in the
think-
league and healthy, that guy is so he can do whatever he
But
wants.
so can Kevin Durant.
I think I
Yeah,
would
and Kevin
do-
Durant can shoot a little bit better.
I think I would do KD,
Yeah.
Steph, Jokic, LeBron, Giannis is my top 5. I think I'd do that. I don't know. I had to put Jokic ahead of him. He won the MVP. I gotta give him his
Big
credit.
Nick, who's your top 5?
I mean, I know LeBron would probably be in there. Durant would probably be in there. I have no idea about this Jokic guy. I mean, this guy came out of fucking center field.
He's been getting better and better the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's definitely been steady.
Probably Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
Yeah,
Steph
I honestly
Curry.
don't even really know anything else in the
Del
NBA.
Curry.
I don't know NBA either, so I'm
I
Steph.
really don't know anything else in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much like you can kind of put all of.
Do you think
most of the
Jokic will
same
follow it
guys.
up next year? Or do you think
just
it's just
as
a...
good.
I think he'll
Their
be just
team's going to be
as
better
good.
next year.
I don't know if he'll be better, but
I don't think he'll be like a
just as
2-time
good.
MVP or anything like that,
No.
but he'll be just as good.
Yeah.
Like he'll have
He-
like a similar season to
He
this
won
year.
the
for
MVP
sure.
in an injury-riddled season, but that's not to be
Fake
taken
season.
away from him.
They're all fake
It's
seasons.
a fake MVP.
Asterisk MVP.
The last real MVP was KD's mom.
She's the real
He's the
MVP.
real MVP.
So moving on to Game 4, who do we got? I mean, what are you guys thinking? You think the Suns are
And I
just going to
got
come back?
my
and-
Suns at 5. I got to go with my Suns.
I'm gonna go Suns.
I think Bucks take a back-to-back at home.
I could
think-
see them after how well they just played. I could see Bucks taking both home games. Still, I'm taking Suns for the long haul though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm taking the Suns. Scott Foster was also reffing last night. Keep that in mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Chris Paul.
Not
Chris
that-
Paul,
it did-
Scott Foster remains undefeated against Chris
yeah,
Paul.
the last 13 times Scott Foster has
What?
reffed an NBA game, playoff
They
game with
really
Chris
hate
Paul,
each
they
other.
lose, Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
last
kinda
night it
crazy.
wasn't because
It
of
was
that,
nuts.
but like
What's nuts?
It wasn't.
Yeah,
like,
can we do a
it
sports
wasn't,
It's not much for conspiracy to be
Yeah,
honest.
honestly,
with
it's not.
you. He just doesn't
Don't
like
want
him.
Chris
But
Paul
it's
winning
not
a
like,
ring.
It's not like last night was because of free
No,
throws
it
or
wasn't.
anything
It
like
wasn't.
that.
No, that
but
was me
it
down
is
the
just
route.
it is a thing.
Funny coincidence.
It's a funny coincidence.
Kind of crazy.
But all right, yeah, that's it for NBA. Really.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. MLB draft recap, Johnny.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Hit us.
we had the MLB draft, first round of the MLB draft last night. And Henry Davis went first overall to the Pirates. which
Where's he from?
Louisville. He's a catcher from Louisville. He had 370 with 15 home runs and more walks and strikeouts in 50 games. I mean, the thing with drafting a catcher first overall and drafting a catcher in the first round
Rushman
is that
was the last one?
Rushman was first overall. Yeah, it's very hard to project catchers to continue being catchers in the first guys I can think of like Mike Zunino was a third overall pick.
Harper.
Harper was he was drafted as an outfielder, but Harper played catcher.
So they drafted this guy as a
As
catcher?
What?
Posey.
Mauer, Posey. It's very first overall picks as catchers are very tedious, I think, or just early picks as catchers because sometimes they really work out, but oftentimes like Kyle Schwarber was a catcher drafted as a catcher, now to play outfield. You don't know how long they can stay at catcher
Can
because
this guy swing it?
no,
I mean,
he can
15
swing it.
homers?
This guy can hit it.
Pretty
I
good.
was gonna say like, would it not? If he's good enough,
Yeah.
can't you just move him somewhere
Yeah.
else?
Yeah.
Put him in the
First or
As
whatever.
the first
Yeah.
overall
my
pick. Is
first
that
base.
really a smart idea?
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting.
I mean, you passed right on Leiter.
Yeah, and then speaking of, Leiter slipped to number
Number
two.
two.
I was punching my.
Where'd he go?
Texas.
So mad.
Texas, huh?
Yeah, Leiter went
To the
number two.
Rangers.
To
Who had the number one overall pick?
What?
Who had the number
Pirates.
one? Pirates.
Yeah.
Where Dreams go to the.
And who'd the Sox take?
Sox got the 4th overall pick. They got the number 1 high school player in the draft, offensive high school player, Marcelo Mayer.
Where's he from?
He's from East Lake High School in San Diego. Yeah.
California.
He was
Adrian
project-
Gonzalez went to that high school, I think.
Yeah,
Yep.
he. I
That-
think he's
that's
his
a very
head. I think he was his
popular
hitting
high
coach.
Oh, really?
I read something about Adrian Gonzalez, him working with Adrian Gonzalez on his swing.
That's cool.
Yeah, this is the San Diego high school program that produced former number 1 overall pick Adrian Gonzalez. This guy was projected to be number 1 overall in a lot of mock drafts before the draft. Very, very talented kid. 4 tools. Not really the fastest kid, but
Work on your fucking speed, you slowpoke.
You said he's an outfielder?
no, shortstop.
Shortstop.
But yeah, has 4 tools. Great arm, great offense, great power, great contact. Generally, I'm not high school picks.
Him and Blaze Jordan be the 3-4 hitters of the Red Sox
Blaze
the next 5
Jordan.
years.
Jordan.
Let's go.
What about Jeter Downs?
I give him the solid 2.
Yeah.
Give him a 2.
I mean, the
And
thing
then
you
you
got to
got,
think about
Duran.
taking a high school shortstop, it's going to be about 4 or 5 years before he makes it.
At least. Well, that's what this Blaze Jordan guy will be the same thing. He's 18 right
I
now.
love that name,
Blaze Jordan.
Oh my
Like, you take a
God.
picture, it's a different story.
Yeah.
But taking a high school shortstop, wow.
But and then the other big draft news was Kumar slipping to number 10.
Yeah.
To the Mets.
LGM baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great for.
I really wanted him to slip one more pick because the Nats desperately needed a pitcher. And
Oh, you
especially
got it. Nats at 11.
Nats at 11.
Who'd they take?
They took this high school shortstop, Brady House, who was like a really highly touted prospect. Everyone said it's a good pick. He was supposed to go top 5, and he slipped
There's
to
a lot
11.
of shortstops.
Yeah. But yeah, Brady House is like going to be a good prospect. I'm not a fan, again, I'm not a huge fan of taking offensive high school guys, just because they take so long to matriculate and there's so much that could go wrong. I mean, look at Mickey Montiak, who never really turned out to be anything. There's just so many guys when you draft in high school, it just takes them so long to develop in the minors, and there's so many good tools that they have to develop that, it's very hit or miss. I feel
Yeah,
like
but I think for bigger market teams, they can afford that. Like, let's be honest. I mean, Xander's not going anywhere.
No,
anytime
Xander's
soon,
no, they don't have to rush him. I mean, they have 4 or 5 years to waste. Same with the Nats. Nats have a shortstop for the next 2-3 years.
Like,
Plus,
for a
like
team
if he
like
ever
that, that's
was
like,
ready, if he ever was ready, they could always just like move
Slide to second.
Yeah, second or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that kind of necessity that I'm talking about. Like, it's the more lines the fact that these guys, there's so much time. They're 17 years old. I mean, this kid was 12 in 2015. Like, there's so much time for them to develop. And
He was 7 in 2010.
yeah.
Thank you, Michael.
So it's there's so much that can go wrong with a high school guy because there's so much time for them.
Oh, MLB draft is a crapshoot.
Oh, it's such
a
a
fucking
absolutely.
crapshoot. You have no idea.
Yep.
It's a fucking crapshoot.
But yeah, that kind of wrapped up the first half of the MLB season with the draft.
How many rounds were last night? Was it just?
So
So
one.
it's tonight round 2 through
Yeah, I think it's 2 through 10.
2 through 10?
Because there's
And
only
that's
20
it?
rounds
They're
this year.
capping it at 10, right?
No, they do 20.
They're doing 20.
They do 20.
So how long is it going to be tonight? They had one draft. They had one round last night.
It doesn't. The first round.
It
the first
doesn't
round
go
doesn't
the
take as
same
long. Yeah.
as like
It's not.
the theater.
Yeah,
of
I mean,
the-
and
of the
today-
first
and
You
round.
today's-
have 5 minutes in between your pick. We're going to do this for 9 rounds.
Today it's not going to really be televised. I think it's during the
Gotcha.
day because
Gotcha.
tonight it's the home run derby.
Yeah.
They're not putting the draft over the home run derby.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, I do like that they moved the draft. I kind of like the draft at the All-Star weekend. I think that's kind of fun. I think it kind of added a little something to it. It was kind of cool. I was a fan of it.
That makes sense, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really change much. The only thing it does change in a normal season is that normally these drafts happen in June, which means, well, I guess short seasons don't exist anymore, the short season leagues.
Break seasons. Gotcha.
Well, no, so they, short season minor league, like the developmental league. There's a developmental league that's above like the Gulf Coast League, which short season where they'll send some guys to. That doesn't exist anymore because they got rid of that league in the minors. So I was gonna say like players played in that league.
Breaking Bad.
What's this mug?
Gustavo, Breaking Bad, Big Mike. Stop.
Hey.
That's the point. Stop.
Hilarious.
What a fucking show.
So who we taking in the derby tonight? Can you go around?
Pete.
Who Who did I said?
Tobias Mets fan talking.
Yeah.
What was the
Big Mike, who you taking?
What's happening?
You still taking Gallo?
Yeah, Joey Gallo.
Gallo. In the Gallo.
I'm gonna take Johnny's boy, Shani O'Dani.
What
Well, I
time
got
is it
2
on
boys tonight. It's at 8.
All right, let's
I got 2 boys tonight.
Prime
I
sleeping
will
time.
be in bed.
What time tonight?
8.
8.
I'm going over to a friend's house tonight to watch.
I'm gonna tell you
Pretty
something
jazzed
right
for it.
now. Big
Yeah.
Nick loves the home run derby, so Big Nick will 1,000% be staying
Is
up
Chris
for this.
Berman
yeah.
still doing it?
I don't know. I hated him doing it though.
What? What? He was great. He was the best, dude. Are you kidding me?
I think Ravish does it now.
Is Chris Berman still alive? I haven't heard
Yeah,
from
he's
him in
still
a while.
No, but he's doing it.
No, I think Carl Ravish does it now.
How can you not like Chris Berman?
He's annoying.
Oh, Johnny.
My favorite thing he ever did was remember Lawrence Maroney from the
Yes, Lawrence Maroney, a huge bust for the Patriots.
But whenever he'd bring out for a big run, he goes, I got a guy named Lawrence Maroney, lives in my head always as my favorite Chris Bermanism. Because there was like a commercial from the time that was like that. But anyway, back to the Derby.
Salvi.
Salvi?
Salvi, gotta take him.
Juan Soto's got
Gotta
shit
take the
odds.
vet.
One. So
I kinda
I don't think Juan Soto's gonna make it out of the first round.
I don't think so either.
Shohei
God-
plus
Well,
Isn't he going up against
This guy
Shohei?
is Shani
Mike, you
Italian.
betting on it tonight?
No.
Did you bet on McGregor?
Yeah, I bet on
I did
McGregor,
too.
you asshole.
Yeah.
Damn,
I also,
too,
I also bet on Italy.
It was a value bet,
Hey.
right?
Yes, it was.
I was going to live bet on
So
Italy.
valuable.
It's
Well, I
valuable
did
when
a
you
parlay
win.
with Italy and McGregor, so that was a bust before that even started. But then I bet on Italy again.
Oh, yeah.
Doubled right down.
Has anyone
Fuck
checked
yeah,
on
baby.
England? Is it still there?
It didn't
talk
come
about
home.
It didn't come home. It didn't come home.
We'll talk about that in
Oh,
6.
speaking of, this isn't technically an NBA update. Did anybody fucking hear that Nigeria
yeah.
U.S. in the exhibition?
Yeah.
So, all right.
What the fuck is that?
So yes, they were a 30-point favorite, but I will say, not to defend, like they shouldn't have lost.
Hey,
but
28 and a half.
Besides their 5 starters, they literally had like rookies playing. Like they didn't have like any of the big names.
Yeah, but there's no
No, I'm
reason.
not. I'm
They are
just saying.
so
I'm
leaps
just saying.
and bounds
I'm
better
just
than that
saying.
Nigerian athlete.
It was Kevin Durant. It was like the next chapter, and he was wearing a Nigeria jersey.
You know who looked really good in the exhibition? Chet Holmgren. The guy who went to Gonzaga. Who's going to be like the first overall pick.
Oh, yeah.
That dude can do it all. That dude's going to be sick.
He is.
He's going to be absolutely nasty.
Gonzaga
He's
next
got
year.
a good game.
Yeah.
Look nice.
They're going to look nice.
I'm gonna say one other
they're
thing
cursed,
too,
so it's
Johnny.
What?
Tatum and Beal are having a hell of a lot of conversations
Did you
over
see
there.
their kids playing together?
Yeah.
The Beal's little 2 kids and
Yo,
Deuce.
They're gonna
was
go
digging
on
around.
Boston
I'm
play
not
dates.
saying them specifically, but this is perfect for recruiting. This is perfect for
Yeah,
recruiting.
Jason Tatum coming to DC, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God!
You
God,
fucking
I'll be
lit.
a fucking day.
Jason
I'll
Tatum's
burn,
like,
I'll freaking burn the garden if they do that.
I'm with you.
Yeah, you guys are
I'm
assuming
with
that Beal's coming to Boston. I mean, who knows the other way around?
you. Jason,
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
the
Giant.
Celtics are gonna trade
Jason
Tatum.
Tatum would not want to go to DC.
Why not?
No one wants to go to DC.
Who wants to go to Boston?
A lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When was the last time a free agent worked out here?
Worked out? I mean,
2004,
When was the
bro.
last time you made the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah, I know we suck. That's why Tatum's gonna change the title in DC. Okay, Tatum to DC.
On a
Turn your
technicality,
first.
on a technicality, Beal would not be a free agent. He'd be traded and then signed as an extension.
I mean, Beal's a free agent.
Or we just wait a year and just sign him and not have to give up anyone.
Beal is a free agent after this year.
That's right. Next year. Yeah,
All right, well, going back to the MLB, Johnny, you got a first half season recap?
Yeah. So real quick, do MLB update. Fill the graphic. Fill the graphic. Fill the
Graphic,
graphic. John. Fill the graphic.
Wake up over there!
Yeah, the graphic. Wait.
That's all you got?
Yeah, graphic. All right. So real quick, over the weekend, did you guys, anyone watch any of the Yankees Astros series this weekend?
No, but I know.
No, but please explain. I love hearing about
It was
this
a
kind of stuff.
wild series. So Friday
Wet
night,
and wild.
Aaron Judge hits a home run, and he's rounding the bases. He rounds second base. And you know the Altuve with the jersey thing, where he's like, "Don't take off my jersey."
Yeah.
So Judge goes around second base, right around Altuve, and goes like this
Just
around
throwing some shade.
Altuve. Just throws some shade around him. And Dusty Baker and the whole Astros hated that. They didn't like that. So then on Saturday,
someone got drilled.
No one got drilled. Saturday, Garrett Cole completely shoves. Complete game, 12 strikeouts, 124 pitches.
No sticky stuff?
No sticky stuff this time. Garrett Cole looked like a fucking animal. Great outing. Yankees win 1-0. Then on Sunday, and then also, I can't remember if this was Friday or Sunday, but Martin Maldonado hits a home run, and he unbuttons his jersey a little bit as he rounds the bases, shows some skin. Yankees are up 7-2 Sunday entering the 9th inning.
Yeah, this is the
6 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Chapman didn't pitch. It was Green, Chad Green. And you know who hit the walk-off 3-run home run?
Altuve.
Oh. And he rounds the bases.
I love a good story.
He rounds the bases, and he takes off his jersey completely. Completely. Goes shirtless.
Hilarious.
No, it got ripped off at home plate.
Yeah, it got ripped off.
See the guy's embellishing.
Embellishment. It got ripped off at home plate.
That's hilarious.
No, I mean, they were quite literally asking for that.
So just everyone just taking off their shirts, getting naked. It was a good weekend of baseball.
Just some boys getting
Did they hit a walk-off last night, too?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Sunday.
First is the pitchers getting naked. Now it's
Did
they not win on 2 walk-offs?
they win on Friday on a walk-off?
No, didn't Judge hit a home run to walk it off?
The Astros took 2, did they not?
They won Friday. They won Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Where were they playing?
Houston.
Gotcha.
So it was Cole's first start back in Houston as well, since signing with the Yankees, which was, that was a great game.
Yeah.
I'm sure he had a little bit of a fuck you mentality on that.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, so Boone tries to come out to take him out with 2 outs in the 9th, and Garrett Cole's like, fuck you, because it was a run on first. It was a 1-run game. The Yankees needed to win that game. But Cole was like, fuck you, I'm not coming out of the game. Fuck you. Like, I'm staying in.
Good for him.
Like, just fucking Max Scherzer's him.
And Aaron Boone, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Oh, whatever you want. Sorry. And then also this weekend, some sad news out of Atlanta. Acuna Juna
Oh, yeah.
Tore his ACL.
tore his ACL. It was brutal.
How'd he do it?
He was chasing down a fly ball in right field and took a bad step.
Yeah.
Yeah. It happens.
sucks.
I mean,
Yeah, couldn't prevent it.
no, he just took a bad step.
Fake season, fake injury.
Yeah.
I saw he got a little pissed off that he got plunked by the Marlins again.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the 17th time he's been plunked by the Marlins in his
I
career.
think it's like 7th, but it's a
maybe.
lot of times to get punked by one team. Like, they hit him all the time. But
Must have been
Jazz
sleeping
Chisholm,
with somebody's fucking girlfriend.
That's the only explanation.
All the explanation.
Went from 0 to 100.
What else could it be?
how funny would it be if that's actually true? Sports nuts.
I mean, it could be right.
So the first guy from the Marlins to start hitting Acuna a few years ago is Jose Arena, who's now on the Tigers, not even on the team anymore. So maybe he's fucking his wife. But yeah, it was just sad. I mean, I watched when it happened because he was just crying on the field. He tried to walk off the field. He couldn't.
That it was
He couldn't walk off the field. They had to get a cart for him. They tried.
Once that happens, you get done.
Yeah.
All right, Big Nick. Speaking of being done, it's the first half of the season is officially over. Are you on the Red Sox bandwagon yet?
Fuck.
Not yet.
Not till October.
Aren't they the best team in baseball right now,
Best
Jen?
team in the American
Still-
League.
You don't win games in April, May, and June. You win games in September and October.
I don't know.
baby.
They've been winning a
who's the
lot of
best
games.
record now? Astros?
So the best record in baseball is the Giants.
How are that?
That's confusing. It really is.
I don't know. They just swept the Nats.
Speaking of, has Tyler Beatty pitched yet?
He pitched on Saturday.
How'd he do?
Yeah.
He got rocked.
Yeah.
He got rocked. He got
boy.
sent down too.
Wasn't great.
Yeah, he pitched Saturday, pitched
all right.
poorly, got sent
happens.
down.
It happens.
He'll work his way back up. They'll need him at some point. But
Sales
so,
on the verge of coming back too, baby.
so right now, if the season ended today, you got the division winners are the Red Sox in the East, the White Sox in the Central, the Astros in the West. 2 wild card teams are the Rays and the A's in the AL. And then the National League, your division leaders are the Mets, the Brewers, and the Giants, with the 2 wild card teams being the Dodgers and the Padres. Any of those teams surprise you? Really? I mean, the Giants, obviously.
The Mets.
The Mets aren't surprising though.
It's just because of the division.
The division's been ass.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like
I can't believe the Giants are beating the Padres and the Dodgers.
I know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It really is.
I mean,
I mean, the Dodgers are right behind them now.
They're 2 games back.
Yeah.
They have a little bit of breathing room, but credit where credit's due. Farhan Zadi, the GM of the Giants, he used to be the GM for the Dodgers. His knack, his niche, is finding guys diamonds in the roughs, especially in the rotation. Kevin Gosman, Anthony Desclafani. I mean, Despacito.
Fuck those guys are.
I mean, those guys are real diamonds in the rough who he found and has made them into, aces. I mean, Gosman this year has a 1.73 ERA. Desclafani 2.68.
Where's DeGrom still at?
DeGrom,
Is he still below
Point,
1?
he's below 1.
He's below 1 still. Let me look it up. DeGrom's at a let's see. Pulling up stats. He's at a 108 now. He's a little bit over.
This guy stinks. He sucks. He's out of his prime.
This guy's
Caught him, released him.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
This guy
begs the
sucks.
question: will he beat Bob Gibson's record this year?
Not anymore.
It's tough.
1-1-2.
It's tough.
Getting close.
He can't. It's an unbreakable record for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would say that the Cal Ripken one is way more of a.
Yeah, I know we've talked about this, but I'd love to hear everyone's opinion.
most unbreakable record.
What's the most unbreakable record?
Most games played. Nobody plays that many games.
No one's gonna break Ripken's record.
Yeah.
I mean, you can also do pitcher wins. I mean, no one's gonna break Cy Young's
Are
record.
we doing just
Yeah.
baseball?
How many wins he got?
Anything.
sport.
What are breakable
100
records?
points
do you
in
think?
basketball.
Honestly, not even that one. I think Will averaging 50 points a game in a season will
yeah.
never be topped. That is just the game was so different back
He also,
then.
this will just never happen again because of how the game is played now. But there's a season where Wilt Chamberlain, really any of Wilt's records are pretty unbreakable. But he once averaged more than a regulation
48
game,
over 48
48.5
minutes.
minutes per game.
Yeah, that also won't be broken because no one's going to play a full game anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta talk about. I mean, this Cy Young won 511 games.
Yeah,
he also
that's-
lost
that's
315
unbreakable.
games.
Okay, what do you think is a record that will be broken in the near future?
Ooh, that's a better question.
What are we talking? A year or 10 years?
Just like a record you could see being
We'll
broken.
put 5 years.
In the next
Put it in the
5
middle.
years. Ooh,
Any sport?
any sport. I mean,
What's the record for
I mean, Brady will
most
pass
touchdown
Breeze's-
passes in a game, in a season?
Yeah,
That's going to happen within like
the
the
next-
first 4 or 5 weeks of the season.
exactly. Brady will pass Breeze very soon.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's put that one to the side because that one's coming, obviously.
Mahomes could
I think
have
the
like
record for most touchdowns in a season is 55.
55
I can
by
see
Brady,
Pat
right.
Mahomes breaking 55.
what is it for yards?
I feel like it's like 5,000 something, but I'll look.
What about in baseball? You think anyone will ever break the hit streak? 56
So right
games?
now, David Fletcher out of Anaheim has a 24-game hit streak, which is the longest of the year.
It is so
Damn
hard, man. Once you get
impressive.
to 30,
50,
you're in the spotlight every single day.
Yeah.
What? The record for most passing yards is 5,477. Peyton Manning broke that record the
That's,
same year he broke the touchdown
yeah,
record.
right.
But I didn't know this. Drew Brees is second by 1 yard. Peyton Manning broke his record by 1 yard 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think both those stats will get broken.
That I think
I could
that's
see
a stat
Mahomes
that can
breaking
get broken.
either or
That's
both of those.
Absurd,
If he has,
dude.
like,
That
a-
sucks. That sucks.
Yeah.
I could see. Now I know I'm going to get shit for this, but I'm going to stick with it.
Let's hear it.
I could see in 10 years Mahomes having more rings than Brady.
Ooh.
Oh, I mean,
I could
If
see
someone's gonna do it,
I don't
it's
know.
gonna be
I don't
it.
know if anyone's gonna ever have more rings than Brady.
If someone's
I
gonna
don't
do
know.
it, if someone does it,
It's a
it'll be
lot
Mahomes,
of things
but-
that, you know,
so much has to go
so much has to
right.
go
He
right.
has still a solid 15 years left
Definitely.
in his career.
But he'd have to win pretty much half of the championships in his career.
I mean,
He
I
could
will
do it.
say,
He could do
He's
it.
talented enough to do it. I don't know.
and also like the Chiefs are an establishment right now. Like they do have, I don't know, they're a very well constructed team, well coached team. Like,
Andy Reid, baby.
yeah, man. I mean, people doubted
How did he
Andy
do for
Reid
the
for a
Eagles?
while, including myself. But I mean, now he's no joke.
I'm still kind of surprised they didn't go up to him and be like, buddy, you got to
because of the
go
whole
because of all that shit
situation,
going on.
yeah.
Remember before
Right.
the
His
Super
whole
Bowl?
family is
yeah.
just.
So I saw this TikTok this week. Speaking of Brady, because you're talking about it, I saw this TikTok this week about how whatever city Tom Brady lives in,
Yep.
not
Oh, yeah,
just
I
not
saw
just
this.
plays in,
Yep.
I
he
saw
lives
this.
in
Since he was a kid.
since he was born.
Yep.
So
Unbelievable.
Brady was born in the Bay Area in 1977.
Yeah, that's when.
So since 1977, he's lived in the Bay Area. The Raiders won the Super Bowl. Tom Brady was born. In 1980, the Raiders won the Super Bowl. 81, the Niners win the Super Bowl. 84, Niners win. 88, 89, Niners win. 89, A's win the World Series. And 94, Niners win the Super Bowl. Then he moves to Detroit to go play at Michigan. The Red Wings win 2 Stanley Cups back-to-back year. And Michigan is also a national championship and wins a national championship in basketball in 98. Then he comes to Boston. And we all know what happened there. And now he's in Tampa.
What happened in Boston?
What happened? What happened? I didn't hear you. I didn't clean up my ears. What happened there?
The crazy part was his win, the percent chance that a team will win a championship when Tom Brady lives in that city was 12%. I think.
Who looks this crap up?
This guy.
This guy went crazy.
12.1 championship rate. Check it out. It's his name's Owner's Box on TikTok. You can see his TikTok.
No endorsements.
He went off.
He went off.
Good for him. He did his research.
I mean, that's crazy.
It is kind of nutty.
I'm just gonna bet on every Tampa Bay sports team.
I mean, Tampa. I mean,
That's too late now. They already had their.
I'll wait for a live bet the Tampa Bay Rays.
All right. But as much as I love talking about Tom Brady, let's move on.
Do anyone have MVPs for the first half of baseball season?
What do you got?
I mean,
are we taking Ohtani?
Let me get Shanny a
gotta take.
We doing Ohtani and DeGrom for MVPs?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue with either of those, but.
Well, I mean, do you think DeGrom, those people will still want to give it to him if he's above 1?
I don't think
for
so.
sure. For sure. If he's anywhere below 1.5,
the Cy Young
I don't think he'll win the MVP.
But
I really don't.
I mean, who do you think wins in the NL then? I'll give you some guys.
I saw Tatis on projections for MLB.
Titties.
I mean,
Fernando Titties.
Fernando Tatis.
Tatis does lead the National League in WAR at 4. I mean, that's Acuna. Acuna was number 1, but
Right.
that's
That
over.
shit's out the window.
I mean, you also got to put in Vladdy in the question too.
That's American League though.
Yeah, in the AL. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, between the AL, between Ohtani and Vlad. But when you talk about who is the most valuable player, how do you not give it to the guy who does it on both sides of the ball?
of course.
And you know what?
But if
Babe
Ohtani
Ruth was
starts
not
slipping,
doing this.
What?
Babe Ruth was not doing
This again.
I didn't bring it up. I didn't say that. What were you saying, Nut?
I was just gonna say if Ohtani starts slipping,
Yeah,
then
if
you
Ohtani
gotta
starts
give it to
slipping.
him.
I think it's very hard to not make an argument, even if he ends up, with a 4 ERA, that he's still not the MVP because he's hitting like an MVP.
See, that's what I'm saying though. You can't.
But
You can't just gift it to someone who does both.
But if you ignore his pitching,
he has to be valuable on both sides.
But if you ignore his pitching, his numbers are still MVP numbers, his offensive numbers. He's
Okay, but are they better than
280.
Vladdy's?
They're equivalent to Vladdy's. I mean, Vladdy's hitting 50 points higher than him average, but Ohtani,
that's a huge
but
difference.
Ohtani's has a 50
but
point higher
it's-
slugging percentage.
Okay, but at the same token, I understand what you're saying about the pitching and hitting. But if he's got a 4 ERA and his numbers are equivalent or just a little bit below, you still got to give it to the guy who's better.
Well,
You can't just factor the pitching in.
Okay, if the numbers are equivalent, because they are equivalent. Ohtani has more home runs. Vlad has a better batting average. If their numbers are equivalent, still pitching to a 4 ERA as a pitcher, you are still doing something that Vlad cannot do, is pitch to a 4 ERA as a pitcher. If you put Vlad Jr. in
Yeah,
as
but
a
that's not
pitcher,
something you'd be to be proud of.
4 ERA is perfectly fine. It's perfectly league average. And if you're pitching as a league average pitcher, and then
we're
also
talking
hitting-
average. We're talking about most valuable player.
But we're talking about added value as a team.
Well, yeah, think about it as being like an average fielder, and then also having some of the best offensive numbers
Exactly.
in the league. Why should he be punished for being a pitcher
For doing
if
both,
he's doing
yeah.
just as well as any
Offensively.
fielder would do?
Yeah, he's doing just as well offensively as Vlad, and then he gives you he's pitching at 2.80 ERA right now, and then he gives you 2.80
Yeah, it's very
ERA. But
commendable.
even if it's 4 ERA, and then he gives you a 4 ERA on top of that, there's no added value you can get.
If he's sub 3, I mean that seems I don't know.
And then-
I don't know if he'll finish the league with that. Or finish.
I
the
still
year
have a
with
hard time giving DeGrom the MVP. I have a thing about pitchers winning the MVP.
that. Some people do.
Have
But
a
how
thing
can
about
you
it.
be more valuable than automatically giving your team
You play every 5 days.
yeah, but every 5 days.
What
you
about
give
the other 4 days that happened during?
Every 5 days, it's an automatic win.
Not for the Mets, it's not.
I mean, this year it is.
This year it's mostly has been.
I was just saying, you say it's an automatic win, but most of the games that he pitches in, they actually lose.
but it's not his.
No, not this year.
It's not
though.
his fault, but they still. You said it was an automatic win. It's not.
He's setting you up to have an automatic win. If you can give up less than a run a game,
I'm just saying, if you have a guy who pitches 2 times a week, say he throws 7 innings apiece. Okay, fantastic. Has good games. Great. But you have a guy who plays every single day. I mean, I'm not trying to say like this. DeGrom can't help the Mets on the days he does not pitch. Correct. Let's be real. He cannot help them.
Pitch hit.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good one, Johnny. But all right. Anyway,
He's hitting 400 this year.
Yeah, he's still has that.
my point. You know my point. My
know
point
your
is
point.
that
I know
you
your point.
can't. You can't. He cannot. You can be the greatest pitcher in the world. You cannot help them when you're not pitching.
But in the flip side of that, a batter's only up once every 9 at-bats.
But he's in the game, though, every
Yeah,
game.
but he only gets 4 at-bats a game. There's only so much you can impact. You can impact more in a single game as a pitcher. I would make the argument you can impact more in a single game as a pitcher than you can in 5 games as a hitter. The impact is at least neutral, or at least the same. Because you're coming up once every 4 at-bats. You know, your team could be down 5 runs, and you hit a home run, you're still down 4 runs as a hitter. There's only so much you can impact as a hitter that's not situational. Same flip side with the pitcher. There's only so much you can impact. Well, you can impact a lot more because you can prevent the team from scoring runs. As you're a hitter, you can only add as much as you can add. That's
Yeah,
you.
but doesn't that kind of go against what you were saying about DeGrom if he gives them a chance to win, but he still doesn't?
But DeGrom can give them a better chance to win every 5th day than a batter can every 5 games.
And he's giving 9 guys a chance to
Exactly.
to make up that difference.
So, I understand where you're coming from because, pitcher. I don't think most pitchers should get MVPs, but I think DeGrom is the most valuable player in baseball right now to the Mets. If DeGrom goes down with an injury, the Mets are fucked.
Isn't that the reason you have the Cy Young Award?
But no, Cy
That's
Young
what
is,
I'm saying.
Cy Young is to give the best pitcher, and then if the best pitcher also happens to be the most valuable player,
So
then it can go for both.
do you think that he should have both the Cy Young and the MVP award?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you win the Cy Young, if you win the MVP, you got to win the Cy Young. Although Ohtani probably won.
Obviously, I'm just saying
Yeah.
that. Say he wins the Cy Young and then he wins the MVP.
Yeah.
Like the
I
Cy
think-
Young is made for the pitcher. Like
Yeah.
a hitter can't get that award.
Yeah.
Mike, quick thoughts. What do you think?
Look,
I was just taking
Cy
a shit.
Young MVP, Jacob DeGrom.
Yeah, sure, give it to him. I mean, if he keeps doing what he's doing, yeah. I mean, I see both sides of the argument.
normally I agree. Like Verlander and
But you also
Kershaw.
have to factor in, not only does a batter hit, plays defense. That's much more of an impact than a pitcher pitching every 5 days or whatever. Batter plays every game. The defense aspect is also a part of that
not only that, how much is on
MVP
base running,
situation.
too?
It's not just the hitting stats.
How much do you think MVP voters actually give to defense?
I don't know.
I mean-
I'm not an MVP voter.
Tatis, if we're talking about who else is going to win the MVP, it'd be Tatis, who's one of the worst defensive shortstops in the league.
This year, he's been significantly better, though.
He has the most errors in
Yeah, he
baseball.
has some whack.
He had that one catch though.
He makes some fantastic plays.
He
and
has
then he'll-
exciting plays when he makes them, but he also just fucks up so often.
Yeah, Tatis is among the worst field. I mean, his UZR is higher this year, but the numbers, he has 19 errors already made this year.
Yeah.
So Tatis is an atrocious fielder. I mean, in terms of, he has 4 more errors than the next closest player. So, I mean, how much you want to give to defense, Tatis, is that going to hurt him? No, it's not going to hurt him in MVP.
Again, I have zero idea how MVP voting works.
It's just, who do you
It's all
think?
political anyway.
It's all political.
Biden's
All right.
good.
Actually,
Can
not
I
saying
say one
speaking
thing?
about-
This is
Yeah, what do you got?
It's just a fun baseball stat. So.
Oh, yeah, I want to
The
bring this up too.
Athletic-
Max Muncy.
So the Athletics drafted this player Max Muncy, who they also drafted a player named Max Muncy back in 2012. Both those guys are born on August 25th too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Same name, same
Hopefully
birthday,
they
just
don't.
years apart.
Hopefully they don't cut Max Muncy.
We're living
This-
in a simulation.
Oh.
It's literally the same.
that's pretty wild.
I mean, the
This guy
funny
crazy.
thing about Max Muncy is he bounced around the A's system forever.
We're living in someone's MLB The Show franchise.
Yeah, someone who currently who used to work here, we'd all be fucking in video games to
Oh
aliens.
God, I remember that kid you
Speaking
were
of
telling me
that,
about. The aliens kid. The
All right, we
aliens kid.
got 3 topics we got to kind of rush through, but first one, Italy defeats England to win the Euro Cup finals.
Rip England.
R.I.P. England.
Go
so
Italians.
sad.
Anything, Mike, did you bet?
Did not come home. Yeah, I fucking bet on it. Are you kidding me?
Did
you win?
It's the Euros, baby. Yeah, bet on Italy.
Nice.
England
Good for
wasn't
you,
gonna
Mike.
win. They got lucky in the semis with a stupid ass PK call or whatever the fuck happened.
Stupid
there.
ass PK.
They just wanted them in the finals because it's England and it was gonna be at Wembley and everything that's happening. So that was just never gonna happen. Italy was by far the better team.
I gotta say,
They went
soccer
to
one of the
PKs, right?
heavily underrated sport to watch.
Yeah, it's kind of boring.
It's soccer.
I'll watch the World
a
Cup.
soccer guy. Yeah, I'll watch the World Cup.
It's
if
just
the
such a
US
long
is
game.
playing.
I've
It is
watched
a
like
very
every
long
day.
game.
It's a
If
long
you're at the
time.
stadium though,
I bet it's fun
been
when
to a
you
soccer
go.
game?
Yeah.
No, I never been to soccer.
Dude.
I went to 2 women's soccer
an
games, but
experience.
never men's
Yeah,
soccer games.
even women's, it's an
It
experience.
was fun. Yeah, a good
That
time.
guy's the most
Went to
Italian
a
looking
fired
guy
up.
I've
Completely
seen in my
different,
life.
but like in high school and college, I would always go to my soccer games and stuff.
Yeah, they're
like that
fun.
and watch. Those were fun.
All right, speaking of women, a woman duct taped to plane seat after attempting to open plane door during apparent mental breakdown.
Whoa!
video of this.
She is really taped up. Holy shit!
Life hack: try to
What
open
the
a plane
fuck?
window. They'll bring you up to first class.
That's why. Are you?
So a couple questions about this.
Are you kidding me?
This shit's hysterical.
Yo, she was tied up.
I saw this shit on TikTok. I saw the video for this on TikTok,
There's a video?
and the girl was just walking by, and she does a quick pan to the woman. She's just screaming in her seat, and she's like, "All right, thank you." And she walks back to the flight attendant. She's like, "Thank you so much for your today." And the woman's just screaming in the background, just while she's
I'll
duct
be
taped to the
honest,
seat.
if some lady ever tried to open a door on a flight I was on, I would swiftly kick her fucking knees out so hard.
You physically can't do it.
I don't
Open
care,
up the
even if
thing?
you
Like,
try.
yeah, it's
I
literally
do not
it's
care.
impossible
Do you
for
have
a
pressure?
human to do it. Yeah, you cannot open an airplane door.
Don't even
Have you
fucking
tried?
try then.
Have I tried? No.
What the fuck? Can you bring that back up, please?
got duct tape on it.
What is this? Off the waist coming up. Off the waist coming up.
duct tape? Who's got duct
tape it?
She's tied the seatbelt on and then
Big
she's
Nick, are you duct taping this woman if she's trying to get out?
I'm telling you something. I'm gonna say this very clearly.
Knocking her the fuck out, probably.
I do not condone hitting a female.
No.
But if you're trying to get me killed and open up that fucking door, I'm punching the fucking shit out of you. I'm fucking knocking your lights out. This is all life and death.
That's fucked up, dude. That's hilarious.
fucked up.
Yeah, I mean that's scary as fuck. You see someone just trying to open
Yeah,
up
it's
that
fucking
shit. Like,
terrifying.
what are you gonna do? Like, you gotta do something.
You gotta do something.
You gotta charge her. You gotta, yeah. What kind of mental breakdown was this? What was going
Can you
on?
imagine the person that said next to
Yeah,
the
I
person?
know. She just gets something. Hey, I'm gonna open that up. By the way, like, what are you gonna do? What are you doing?
I would love to see how many people it took to like
Hold her
Hold her
down.
down.
I got the duct tape. I got the duct tape. Keep her held down. And then they put it over her mouth too, so she can't even
shut
say
up,
anything.
bitch.
All right, well, staying with punching and fighting. Big Nick, you'll like this one. Brooklyn preschoolers now have their own fight club.
It's hilarious.
That's awesome. Good for them.
That's an awesome
Why are we
headline.
hearing about
I
it?
need details, please. Do we have
So
details?
this
Yeah,
week,
what- why
this
are they
week in New
talking
York
about it?
Magazine, this week in New York Magazine Detail was been referred to as Kitty Fight Club, among other things. The club in question is Brooklyn's Greenpoint Fight Club, a parent-approved effort that brings kids together ranging from 5 to 7 years old.
Good for them.
5 to 7.
You love to see that.
They clearly didn't set their rules.
So yeah, they missed the first day of rule when they went over the
Yeah.
rules.
It's all right.
Kids never listen to
They're
rules.
making mini Jack Bowers in there.
So it's like more like wrestling instead of like boxing or like bare knuckle fighting.
wrestling.
Like the kids are just like
Classic.
Makes it
tussling and
better.
stuff like that. It's not like fucking Edward Norton is beating the shit out of Jared Leto or something like that. It's more like kid wrestling and
Like WWE wrestling.
yeah, it's.
Didn't you ever do that?
Oh my god. There's a great tweet I remember from a couple years ago where this guy says, "Just sign up for this new really cool club. I was a little late, so I missed the rules, but it was awesome. It's called Fight Club. Really cool. Missed them going over the rules, but I had a great time there."
I had a great time.
funny.
Missed the rules. Rule 1: don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Good. Good for those kids. Yeah, I'll really get
Nick-
them prepared for the real world.
Nick, you looking up your animal
I'm
fact?
looking up my animal facts. I'm
We got
almost
Big
ready.
Nick animal fact of the day. Do we have a graphic for this?
Of course we do.
Oh, we got a graphic.
Do we have a graph?
That's Johnny.
That's the baseball update. Hey!
Animal fact of the week.
All right.
Go.
Might have to throw a courtesy animal fact in at the end of the week, so it won't be here next Monday, or someone will have to do it for me.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
All right. Today, we are talking about, speaking of a TikTok that went pretty viral for us, the Lion King one.
Oh, yeah?
Today, we are going to talk about the African lion.
Nice fan.
All right.
Bada-bee, bada-bo.
All right. Here we go. Fact number 1. I got 5 quick facts, real quick.
Quick ones. Here we go.
Nearly all wild lions live in Africa, but One small population exists elsewhere. Does anybody want to take a guess at where else?
Singapore.
Why?
No further questions.
You think that he said wild?
Yeah.
That's a city.
Well, the answer is Western India.
Scratch that.
Western India.
Singapore.
They live in a forest national park in Western India. Lions in West and Central Africa are more closely related to these. They're called Asiatic.
What?
Asiatic? What's that word?
Asiatic.
Asiatic. Thank you
What
very
the
much.
fuck?
Asiatic lions in India, to those that are found in southern and East Africa.
Just click agree.
Go away, fucker. All right. I don't know if I'm reading this right, but we're gonna. Okay, Dave can see this and Nut can see this. Okay,
That's kind of weird.
they can weigh 30 stone.
Ooh.
I don't know what the fuck that
stone
means.
20 pounds?
Yeah,
Yeah.
20
20
pounds.
pounds? Okay.
Oh,
I
wow.
thought it was more than that.
Okay.
So
So, yeah.
190 kilos, which would be times 2.2. Give me the, hold on.
What's a stone?
It's 20 pounds.
It's 20
So
pounds.
it's
What
like
is that?
600
Like, how-
pounds.
what is- where
It's
is
a
that,
unit of weight
like,
measurement.
come from, that
I
measurement?
think they use
Not
it.
sure.
They use it
Maybe
in
like
the UK.
they just found
How do
this
you-
one stone.
How do you know?
They were like, this seems like a good.
How do you know this? Just cause?
No, I wish I could tell you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's a
14
little
pounds.
frightening that you know what a stone is.
It's 14 pounds, not 20.
I mean, the only
So it's 14.
yeah.
pounds.
So it's a British use of weighing.
So I didn't
things.
know. To answer your question, it was just a guess.
The only one that should know what that is in this building is Casey when he weighs his fucking weed.
14.
How many
Fuck weed
stone
dealer.
of weed do you have? I have quite these stones of weed.
How many stones of weed you got?
Here's
This is interesting.
This is an interesting one right here. Males' magnificent manes tell a story. Male lions grow impressive manes the older they get. These manes grow up to 16 centimeters long and are signs of dominance. The older they get, the darker their manes go. As well as attracting females, their manes may also protect their neck and head from injuries during fights.
Interesting.
I'll give you one last one here.
All
Let's
right,
see.
one more.
One last one.
And
I want to get a good one.
Yeah, he's waiting for a
and
All right, here's a good one.
That's cool.
All right. Lions hunt during storms. Lions do most of their hunting at night as their eyes have adapted to the dark, and this gives them a huge advantage over their prey. They hunt more during storms as the noise and wind make it harder for prey to see or hear them. When hunting, lioness have specific roles. Some play the role of sentry, and others the role of wing. Wing. The wings chase.
Anytime there's quotes, you always go like this.
The wings chase the prey towards the sentries. That's all I got for you today.
I mean, just
All right, we got
I have seen on planet Earth they have they have like a pack of lions taking down a giraffe in the dark.
It's so cool. how
It's
they
the
do that. I've
coolest
seen
thing
that.
ever.
I've seen that.
Speaking of animals, you know what animals should have done this week? Sharks. It's Shark Week, baby.
I mean,
Maybe
I'll
later
throw
this
that
week.
courtedy in at the end
That'll
of the
be
week.
the courtesy one.
That'll be the courtesy one
Hey,
for
that'll
next
make up
week.
for yeah. There we go.
That'll be the courtesy.
I saw a crazy shark clip. Actually, we'll make it a
it's
clip of the day.
It's
One
the
of
fake one. He jumps out of the water.
Is that fake?
No, it's real, but he's like attacking a fake thing.
Oh, yeah, they're baiting it.
They're baiting it. Yeah.
John, you
But yeah, it's insane. We'll show it later.
Viewer questions.
Your question.
Let's see.
Yours.
What do we got?
I don't really got any questions.
All right.
What's everyone's top 3 NHL players? I don't think we have the knowledge.
NHL.
Buddy, where's
That's
Joe?
a question for Joe.
David,
Goliath.
Austin Matthews, and Wayne
Jesus.
Gretzky.
That Wayne Gretzky guy. Yeah, he was good.
Um,
Ovechkin.
Oh, MB the QB1
Boston,
asks.
Brew, and then ends.
Yeah, Boston Brew is that's
Yeah,
right.
MB the
We don't have a lot of
QB1
big NHL fans
asks,
in here.
what does ERA mean? So ERA is earned run average. So you calculate how many runs you give up over a 9-inning stretch. So like if a player pitches 6 innings and gives up 3 runs, you multiply. You try to figure out how many runs he would give up in a 9-inning game, which would be 4.5. So 3 runs, 6-inning appearance would be an ERA of 4.5 because you calculate how many runs on average he'd give up in 9 innings. So that's how you calculate ERA, and that's what ERA is.
And that's Johnny's fun fact of the day.
What?
No, I think you're wrong.
You're right.
Probably some
John,
other
what's
thing.
ERA? Cool.
Definitely wrong.
I'll tell you after the show.
All right, cool.
I'll tell you when you're older.
Is Acuna better than Tatis?
I say no.
No, I would.
Especially now.
Yeah, right now. I'd probably pick Tatis over Acuna right now.
I like players that can walk.
I think Acuna's got more tools.
I like players with 2 ACLs.
I think Acuna's got more tools than Tatis. So I'll take
Obviously
Acuna.
a better defender.
Yeah. Adam, we talked about it a little bit earlier about Nigeria beating USA.
Rip.
Okay. Oh, we got some viewer questions.
Oh, they're pouring in
in now.
Pouring in now.
Oh boy, oh
Come
boy.
on, guys.
If you could take any team from the past and put them in the current day, what team would it be?
The 95 Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Black Sox.
The 1919 Black Sox?
Yeah. There you go, Mike.
That's a good question.
The 2007 Patriots.
That's the team that I was thinking of too. I think 96 Bulls or the 2007 Pats. I'd bring those 2 teams.
04 Red Sox.
04 Red Sox.
And that team wasn't like stacked or
It
anything.
wasn't stacked. but
What was
fun.
it? What was their slogan? We're all idiots or whatever. Cowboy up.
Which one?
Cowboy up. There's Cowboy up. I sailed out to Boston.
That's a good question.
I would
That's a
love
good
to
question.
bring like a former New York championship team, but honestly, if you brought any of them up, I don't think they would win. Now
I think
is the
I think
thing.
Nick's answer is my favorite one, the 95
Yeah, I
Bulls.
would love to see the
I just want to
Bulls
see
like in full
or, like,
force.
Okay, how about this? The 27 Yankees. Bring back Murderers Row Yankees. See how they do today.
that would be
what year?
interesting.
27. That was
That's like with
Murderers
Gary,
Row.
Ruth, like you got everyone on there.
It's like
you
no,
said 27.
yeah.
Yeah, 19,
Oh,
27.
okay. I heard
was
27. I was just throwing. Oh,
I
you
was
said 90. I thought you said
confused.
27.
It's regarded as
Yeah.
one of the best teams of all time is the 27 Yankees. I mean, that team had Gehrig, it had Babe Ruth, it had, I mean, they had like the Murderers Row of hitters. That was like
What
Babe
was that
Ruth.
lineup? Do you
So
have any idea what that lineup was?
I can't, like, I don't know the exact order, but these are the players. You had, how many Hall of Famers did you have in this lineup?
Gotta be at least 5.
You had
Yeah,
Gehrig,
definitely.
the star. You had 3 Hall of Famers in the lineup.
Oh,
Then you had 2 Hall of Fame pitchers.
There you go. 5 Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Whitey Ford.
No, not that early. But
that
yeah,
early?
it's known as they won 110 games that year. 110, 44 and 1. They swept the World Series 4-0. Yeah, but that was fewer games. No.
Guys sold the fuck-
Yeah,
guys
I'd see
sold
the
Babe
27
Ruth in
Yankees.
fucking
I'd like to
games.
see how the 27 Yankees would fare in today's baseball. See Babe Ruth shit his pants.
just see them have like a 40-win season.
Guys.
And then I think that's all the
That's
time
pretty
we
much
got.
it. That's all we got
Pretty
for
much
today.
All right. Thank you for watching our show. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you turn on those notifications. We'll be back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. Have a great day, buddies. We'll see you tomorrow. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap on the Bloss.